spoken English, where we learn the correct way to say things in English and the wrong way to avoid saying them. The correct way to say some things in English and the wrong way, sometimes the misuse of some words that sound the same, but they may not have the same way of using them. So we're going to look at SEAT and SIT. SIT and SEAT. This is sit, this is sit. How do you use them in English language? So, the wrong way to avoid using them and the correct way to use them. Let's look at SEAT and SIT. Number one, James and John. Wrong to say, wrong to say, wrong to say. James and John sit, SEAT, SEAT. Sit at a desk to write letters. James and John sit, SEAT. Sit at a table to write letters. Wrong to say, don't say that. The correct way to say that is James and John sit, SIT, SIT. James and John sit at the desk to write letters, James and John sit, SIT, at the desk to write letters. Okay? That's the correct way to say that. James and John sit at the desk to write letters. To write letters. You can say sit at a desk, since we are using a here. To write letters. Okay? Look at the next one. Number 2. Wrong to say, wrong to say. Fatu sat or sits the guests one by one. SAT. That is the past tense of SIT. Don't say, wrong to say. Fatu sat or Fatu sits the guests one by one. Don't say that. Instead, you should say Fatu seated. That is the past tense of SEAT. Fatu seated the guests one by one. Fatu seated, SEATED. Fatu seated the guests one by one. So we're looking at SIT and SEAT. So one thing you have to note is that SIT is best used only as an intransitive verb. But SEAT is a transitive verb and requires an object. Okay, guests. So, you have to know very often the object of SEAT is a reflexive pronoun. For example, he seated himself near the fire. He seated SEAT. He seated himself near the fire. So, we have to understand that the principal parts of the two verbs, the principal parts of the two verbs are SIT, SAT. That is, you say sit, sat, sat. SIT, SAT, that is the past tense. SAT, that is the past participle. Now, but SEAT, the past tense of it is SEATED, seated. Sit, seated, seated. That is the part it goes. So, the part it goes is sit, sat, sat. SIT, SAT, SAT. But Seated, seated, seated. S-E-A-T, S-E-A-T-E-D, S-E-A-T-E-D. That is that. Now, let's go to the next word. We have raise, rise. R-A-I-S-E and R-I-S-E. Raise and rise. Raise and rise. How do you use them? Let's look at this. Wrong to say. Don't say. Don't say. Uzoma raises very early in the morning. Don't say that. Don't say that. Wrong to say. Uzoma raises very early in the morning. The correct way to say that is Uzoma rises very early in the morning. Uzoma rises very early in the morning. Number 4. Wrong to say. Wrong to say. Students raise their hands to ask questions. Don't say that. Students raise their hands to ask questions. Instead, you should say students raise their hands to ask questions. Students raise their hands to ask questions. You understand that? Now, what you have to note here is when we say rise, R-I-S-E, rise is an intransitive verb and it means to go up. Rise, R-I-S-E, means to go up, to go up, to go up. That's why you say Uzoma rises very early in the morning. Okay? Rise means to go up, stand up, to get out of bed. So, to rise, R-I-S-E, means to go up, to stand up, or to get out of bed. So, it does not require an object. However, raise, R-A-I-S-E, is a transitive verb and it means to lift up something, to lift up, to lift up. That's why you say raise your hands, lift up, lift up, to lift up something. Okay? So, the principal way, the principal parts, they go rise, R-I-S-E. The past tense is rose, the past participle is risen. Rise, rose, risen. But when you say raise, R-A-I-S-E, the past tense is raised, R-A-I-S-E-D, and the past participle is raised, R-A-I-S-E. So you have rise, rose, risen, but raise, raised, raised. You have to also note that the word arise is often used for rise. But it is better to use arise only in the tense of begin. When you are in the sense of begin, when arise means begin, as a quarrel may arise, a quarrel may begin. A quarrel or a discussion or an argument or a difficulty may arise. A discussion may arise. An argument may arise. A difficulty may arise. So, it is better to use arise only in the sense of begin. So, arise is often used to mean rise, but it is better to use arise in the sense of begin. A quarrel may arise, an argument may arise, difficulty may arise. Okay? So, that is that. Now, let's go through that again. Let's go through that again. Wrong to say, James and John sit S-E-A-T, at a desk to write letters. No, don't say that. Say James and John sit, S-I-T, at a desk to write letters. Wrong to say Fatu sat, the guests one by one. That is the past tense of S-I-T. Say Fatu seated, S-E-A-T-E-D, the guests one by one. Wrong to say Uzoma raises very early in the morning. No, no, no. Say Uzoma rises very early in the morning. Wrong to say students raise their hands to ask questions. No, don't say that. Say students raise their hands to ask questions. Students raise their hands to ask questions. So, if you like our video, please share, subscribe, and give us a thumbs up.